This is part 2 of the Boston Police Department, presented by Group 6 at the University of North Alabama. Boston Police Department Mission and Vision Statement. Mission Statement. We dedicate ourselves to work in partnership with the community to fight crime, reduce fear, and improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods. Our mission is neighborhood policing. Vision, humility, gratitude, and vigor. Department goals. An aggressive goal of a 10% reduction rate in overall crime has been set for this year. The Boston Police Department plans to achieve this goal by doing what they do best. By continuing to make critical deployment decisions based on real-time intelligence and quality data from the BRIC. By identifying the shooters in the most violent gangs for enforcement and intervention. By providing the necessary resources. By enhancing community relations and partnerships. By improving their internal and external communication, and by providing a variety of training opportunities for employees of the department. A new innovative Ceasefire 2012 strategy is currently being implemented by the Boston Police Department. It is a strategy that is moving decidedly forward instead of looking back to the 1990s. Focusing on what the individuals driving the violence and retaliation and holding them accountable, the new ceasefire includes coordinated meetings which are led by the 4 superintendents of BIS, BRIC, BFS, and professional development. Department Goals 2. Sharing information and working closely with investigative services. The gang unit and drug control units continue to focus their efforts on the most violent offenders and gangs. Based on international and national best practices, the Boston Police Department is using a more consistent approach to the way homicide and non-fatal shooting investigations are addressed. A commitment of additional resources to the homicide and crime scene response units will soon be seen, including 8 new homicide detectives, a dedicated crime analyst, greater training opportunities, and administrative assistance to speed up the receipt of phone records and other investigative needs. Department Goals 3. The Boston Police Department is currently in the process of making information more easily available to officers on the street. A new CAD system will be up and running by the middle of 2013. Whether in a district station or in a department vehicle, this will increase access to information. In particular, this new technology will provide modern systems in each department vehicle in order to allow officers to bring up crucial information on suspects, such as license photos and mapping, and this will also provide better call management in response to calls. The Boston Police Department is continuing their ongoing commitment to community policing. They successfully completed 160,000 walking and bicycle beats with significant results and positive feedback. The goal for this year is to reach 200,000 walking and bicycle beats. The Bureau of Investigative Services has also taken great strides in community engagement to further the effort. Detectives are walking the beat and working with local businesses and residents to develop positive relationships outside of their investigative duties through their new outreach program. New graduating classes from the Boston Police Academy are also visiting various neighborhoods within the city of Boston to meet and interact with the community. Department Goals 4. The Boston Police Department will also begin to revitalize Neighborhood Crime Watch. They will be adding 100 new groups to the program to enhance the Neighborhood Crime Watch, and they will be working closely with the community service officers to expand efforts through communication, education, and outreach. In addition, the department is launching a new social media program titled Tweet from the Beat to further enhance their external communications. They will use their existing Twitter account to communicate with the community via tweets while walking the beat in identified communities. The Boston Crime Stoppers Program. Introduction. Boston was the first city to implement the Crime Stoppers program. It allows citizens to report crime activities by text messages without showing their names or cell numbers. It is the most successful program introduced by the Boston Police Department because it effectively encourages citizens to participate in crime fighting without fear. Effectiveness. In 2009, the Boston Police Department received more than 1,000 text messages. The messages provided useful tips for the police to arrest crime offenders. At least 4 profile killings were detected thanks to the Crime Stoppers program, including the accidental shooting of LaCorey Jefferson by his cousin, an arson fire that killed 2 children, the shooting of a Boston teenager on her 18th birthday, and the fatal stabbing of a man during a bar fight. Community Disorder Unit. Introduction. The Community Disorder Unit was established in 1978 by the Boston Police Department in order to reduce racial violence. Their responsibility was to oversee all racial violence cases. Their effectiveness. Racially motivated crime rates have steadily declined, as the table shows. Operations against youth violence. Approaches. Operation Ceasefire, which is a gang violence abatement strategy. The Boston Gun Project, which is a gun suppression and interdiction strategy. Operation Nightlight, which is a police probation partnership used to address the escalating number of youth violations. In the Operation Ceasefire in the Boston Gun Project, a warning was given to gang members that if violence occurred, there would be a swift, predictable response with weighty consequences. A direct attack on illicit firearms traffickers and a set of intervention actions that gave gang members a strong deterrent to gun violence were 2 main elements of ceasefire. This strategy was called lever pulling by researchers. Efforts to spread the word among gang members about increased enforcement were called retailing. In Operation Nightlight, juvenile violence is deterred through visiting homes, schools, and work sites of high-risk youth probationers during 7 p.m. to midnight, in surprise by pairing probation officers and police officers. Effectiveness. The table below shows obvious decline in youth violence. Real-Time Crime Center. The Real-Time Crime Center is a newly established division, and its goal is to provide useful information to officers in the field. It is capable of monitoring multiple events at the same time. This division is widely favored by police officers. And this is the end of Part 2.